this is Dr. Dain. Welcome to this installment of the Tour of Consciousness from lovely Roma, baby! How does it get any better than this? The cradle of Western civilization. Apparently all roads lead here. Apparently they do, because the traffic is so intense, all roads must lead here. So I'm going to do something I don't normally do, and I'm going to start this particular installment of the Tour of Consciousness with an invitation, but also a thank you. For those of you who've sent in gratitude for the What If Falling Apart is Actually Falling Together Tour of Consciousness that I just did, thank you so much for your thank you. Do you have any idea how much that means to me? You know, because I do this as a gift, because I'd like your life to change, like my life has been changing ever since I was introduced to these tools 12 years ago. And when I find out it actually is, it's one of the coolest things in the world. So I'd like to say thank you so much. You have just, it's like I read these emails of thank you and it just puts a smile on my face. And I can't tell you how many times it comes at exactly the right time. You know, when I'm having a bummer day, or when, you know, when I'm receiving judgment, or when I'm feeling heavy, or whatever it is, and I get one of these emails saying, you just changed my life with this one thing. And I'm like, yes, okay, I'll carry on. I guess I'll keep going then. I guess I won't quit and go play the ponies. So, the other thing I was gonna do, the invitation. I'd like to invite you to the first ever Global Access Consciousness Bars class. I'll be doing this on November 7th. Now, this is the first time in numerous years that I've facilitated a bars class, and it's the only one that I actually plan on facilitating for the foreseeable future. Now, you can join us anywhere around the world from your computer. You can come to Los Angeles if you want, or you can join us online, grab a friend, and you can learn this amazing process called the bars, this thing that literally saved my life 12 years ago. What are some of the effects that bars has? Well, it can give you a sense of space. That's what it did for me 12 years ago. It literally gave me a sense of space such that it ended that contraction where it felt like the elephant was sitting on my head all the time. It was like, remove elephant, run bars, remove elephant. And I got this sense of space and of being alive, and I was like, really? Okay, well, if it can be like this, I don't want to die, I want to live now. And it literally changed the trajectory of my life. Will it do that for you? I don't know, but it's got the capacity to, only you know. But if it makes you feel lighter, as you know, I'm sure you've heard me say, what's true always makes you feel lighter. So if it makes you feel lighter to think about doing it, please come and join us. Number one, we're gonna have a lot of fun. Number two, you're gonna learn this process called the bars. You'll give it and receive it. And you'll also be able to do it by the time you leave, and you'll be able to help other people with this amazing process that can not only change things like depression and unhappiness, but it also seems to ease and create a sense of space, like I mentioned. But we've also seen a lot of people who've had physical problems start to transform after they get their bars run. So, but the other thing about this is, the really cool part is, like I was just here in Rome facilitating a level 2 and 3 class with people from around the world because it was a live stream class, just like this class on November 7th is going to be. And literally the change that it created was so much more dynamic than just having people in the room. We had a lot of people in the room, and we had lots of people all around the world, and it created a change that you might be able to feel in your own life right now. That's what I'd like to do. I'd like to see how much change we can create for ourselves, and how much change we can create in the world, and how much connection we can create between us and every other living thing on this planet, and to start ending the separation that has defined us for so long. So if you'd like to be a part of that, please come join me. Really looking forward to it. So what's the tool for today? Well, kind of what I'm talking about, enthusiasm. What is it in your life that enthuses you, that brings you enthusiasm, that makes you feel more alive when you do it? See, one of the awarenesses I had recently in speaking with my friend Gary, the founder of Access, is there's excitement that a lot of people try to get into, but EX, anytime you put EX in front of anything, it means outside of. So excitement is where there's this frantic energy that you can't maintain. So a lot of times people are like, oh, what you need to do is get excited so you can create, and you need to get excited so you can do this, and excited, but it's really tough to maintain that energy. Enthusiasm, on the other hand, is kind of like this ball of light, if you will, that comes from within and infuses itself into your life. And it's not only a state that can be maintained, it's a creative, generative energy. So what is it that enthuses you, that brings enthusiasm to your life that you may not have done for a very long time? What I'd suggest is that you do it. Whatever that is for you. Write down 2 or 3 things that bring you enthusiasm when you do them. Maybe it's something you talk about. Maybe it's something you do with your body. Maybe it's something you do with a friend. Maybe it's something you do out of nature, whatever it is, and will you allow yourself to do it for the next 3 days? And just see what sort of space and energy you can invite into your life. The way this particular tool came up was when I was riding my horse at a dead run in Costa Rica, and literally up and down over these rolling green hills with rainforest over here. And I was just so alive, and it was so much fun. It was so awesome. And I was so enthusiastic. And none of the things that I thought were problems could even exist in that space. What would it be like if you chose and created more of that in your life? There's one other reason why and do you hear the sirens behind me? Welcome to Rome. There's like nowhere in Rome where you don't hear that at least once a day. It's wonderful. But part of the reason I'm giving you this tool right now is because for me, what the bars did is they gave me a willingness to have the enthusiasm for life and living again. They made it so rather than feeling like there wasn't any enthusiasm and wasn't any life in my living or living in my life, there wasn't any energy to live by, it's like it truly brought the capacity for enthusiasm back to my life and living. That's what I'd like you to have. And what would it be like if in every day of your life from now, you just had more and more and more and more enthusiasm? And notice as I say that, the sun comes out again. Once again, I think the universe works. So thank you so much for being with me. Thank you for being part of the Tour of Consciousness. Thank you for being the gift that you are to the world and the gift you are to me that you may not even know. What if you, truly being you, are the gift and the change this world requires? And remember November 7th, if it makes you feel lighter, I would love to play with you then. Thanks.